Hello, hello, chat. Hope you all are well. We are gonna be here for an hour, and we all went. Yeah. Hello, hello, chat. Also, thank you for all the subs. Real quickly, let me just say thank you. Akira, thank you for the resub of 21 months. You've been sub for 28 months. That's crazy. It's a thank you for the resub at tier 2 now for 21 months. Icy Grace Ray, thank you for the tier 2 sub, and then you've been sub resub for 3 months at tier 2, and you've been sub for 2 months. Thank you for that. Porous Viper, thank you for the resub for 3 months at tier 1. Thank you for that. And Ruby, thank you for the resub now for 2 months. I appreciate it. Thank you, chat. Welcome on in. You all started a hype train. Well done, well done. And also thank you for all the stream streaks and stopping on by and continuously watching stream. I appreciate it. Hold on, I'm adjusting audio levels right now. So yes, a short stream today. Specifically because I had to make sure that I was around in case the person that was fixing the garage needed help with anything or asked any questions, so on and so forth. It works now. How's the garage door? It works. It actually functions. So they basically were supposed to be here between X amount of time, and there was no set time, so I didn't know when they would arrive and when they would leave, and so on and so forth. But yeah, garage door now fixed. Yeah, so today, we are going to just be vibing on Island, talking about random shenanigan stuff, and just trying to have fun little bug on Twitch. But yeah, so pretty much they were just gonna be vibing. Oh, I have an epic key. And just talking about whatever. Also, chat, past weekend, built the escape room. It's fully built. It's all done. I now need to test it to see what the average time is, so I need to run it with some people. And then I can start getting recordings and so on and so forth done and completed with. And then I can put the video out, and then hopefully I can get it out sometime within February-ish. So new video coming soon, hashtag TM. We say soon as in I have no idea when the closest time frame for that would actually be. I have all these. Yeah, I make them all myself, which takes a lot of time, I will not lie. Soon, within 2 months. Also, chat, so I have, what is it? I have a little over 120 something, 181 special crate keys. And technically I can get cosmetic stuff. We can see, so like I have all the slime one. I think I'm missing, I have all of these ones. I think I'm missing the basic one. I'm missing this one right here. I can't get that one yet. I have all of this, all of these ones, all the ninja ones. So I need to work on these right here. So like I don't have some of the earlier stuff for this. Beanie Fold, thank you for the resub for 2 months now at tier 1. I appreciate that. So I need like the Cyclops token, the waffle shield, the chocolate shield, Halo candy, a lot of the epic stuff here, crab claw, crab hats. So we can do that loot table. We can do some of the stuff from season 2, which I'm missing. I think I'm like only missing like these 2 things. From the aquatic stuff, I'm missing. I pretty much have everything besides like Some of the rare stuff, this legendary and the mythic stuff, neon stuff, I should have pretty much all of it besides like this candy. I'm missing some epic stuff there, and I should have most of the ancient stuff. You pay for this, right? Well, technically, no. I use gems that I get free, and then I put it into the battle pass, and I make it a premium, and so on and so forth. Ebian, thank you for the resub now, and being subbed at 2 months. Thank you for staying around. Yes, basically, I buy a crate. It's like a gacha based system, and we can kind of just roll. I want to see if I can maybe get a mythic today, because I do want to try to complete all of these eventually. But I think we try to go for the mythics. I think that's the one that I don't have some of the... Like, that's the one that has the highest rarity stuff. And so I'm probably going to pick... I mean, I still have to get this as well. I still have these that I'm missing. Completionist base, roughly, yeah. I'm not trying to, like, dye them all. I just want the cosmetics. So I think we can go in order. And we'll start with... We'll buy one at a time, because in case we actually do get something. Like that one we already have. That's fine. You go again. Again, already have that one. Go again. Oh, that's the neon one. Did not mean to grab that one. That one I also have. Whoops. Okay. Already have that one. Like, to be fair, we're trying to go for the mythic cosmetics, which are a very low chance. So it is just random odds at this point that we actually pull it. But if we just get one, wonderful. Or if we get anything that we don't have from the other rarities as well. Nope. And last one. Nada. Well, it was good knowing you, Nerdy. I'm joking. Don't ban Nerdy. All right, Carrot Sticks. Thank you for the sub for 3 months now. Didn't even read it. I did. I read it in my head. They're gonna have to read it out loud. Let's see. Is there a way I can just, like... I know there's, like, a trade... I know there's an auction house. But how do I sell these cosmetics? Because there's the island exchange, but how do I exchange stuff? Create and manage a list. Can I do stuff that isn't that? Because the only thing I have is just soul style material. Is that really... I can't do any of the exclusive stuff? Can I really not... I guess I can't trade exclusive. It has to be entirely random. Huh, okay, well. That means I can just scrap them. Yeah, chat, what have y'all been up to? What has everyone been doing? Wait, maybe... Hold on, maybe it's blueprints. School starting tomorrow? Ooh. Maybe it's just blueprints that I can't sell. Yeah, okay, so maybe it is just blueprints. Maybe I can craft the stuff that I have and then just... Because, like, I really don't... Like, I'm not sure. We can find out, right? I do not know. Anyways, though, time to go to parkour. But yeah, no, chat, I've been working on the escape room, built that. So, the other thing with the escape room, right, chat, I might have made it too big. I might have gone overboard a little bit. The thing is, I don't know, right? Because here's the thing, right? I made everything tileable. So which basically means I've made different hallway sizes. So like I made a hallway and I can basically just place that hallway down in different like directions. I've made rooms that I can copy and paste and made them into like into like different orientation and just repeating the same room because right the room is just identical to everything because it's supposed to feel like the back rooms. Everything's supposed to feel exactly the same when you're in that building, right? The issue is basically one hallway, the middle hallway, has eight rooms, 4 on one side, 4 on the other, right? But then there's 2 more hallways left and right of that. So those 2 hallways also have 4 on each side because then you have to have like the windows facing outside, right? So that's 16 rooms on one floor. Right. So I do that, and then I can stack the floors on top of each other. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, my goodness, I've only put it to 3 floors tall. And I'm thinking, if 2 people, that's 8 per, that's 24 rooms one person's gonna have to look through if it's just 2 of them. So I'm like, I need to test this to see. I need like 2 people to actually run through it to make sure one voice chat works, the distance works properly, and do all that stuff in general. But I'm also like, do I need to make this shorter? In the sense, do I need to make it not as tall? Do I just do 1 building? And they just have to find 1 key in the entirety of it. It's 12 rooms a person per floor. Well, technically, no, it's 8 rooms a person per floor, because there's 16. There's 16 rooms divided by 2 is 8, and then times that by 3 is 24. It's 24 rooms for the 3 floors. So what's happening? We're just talking about a escape room that I'm building right now. And so I'm just like, is that too big? Is that just too big of a thing? Because the thing is, right, they're not only trying to find this lever in this dark area that they have to bring to a door, right? They have to then... No, nerdy, that's already cut in half. the 24 is the half. It's 24 for one person. Because it's 16 for one floor. 16 divided by 2 is 8. And then times the 8 by 3 floors. How big is a room? A room has... Actually, I can just show y'all. I technically could just show y'all real quickly. But yeah. But either way, a room basically has a... No. Yeah, I know, because then it spoils things. But a room basically has... Where am I jumping? Why did I... A room basically has a drawer, because I'm also using Makaw's wardrobe to sort of like fit more stuff. So there's a double chest in there, a dresser that you have to look on both sides of the dresser because of the wardrobes. There's a nightstand, there's another little nightstand, and then there's like an actual wardrobe that has 2 levels that you have to look on top and bottom. And that's for each room. Those are all the chests you have to open in that room. A double chest, a single chest, 2 different nightstands, a dresser with 2 different slots, and a wardrobe with 2 different slots. And then also a bathroom with a cabinet. So that's every, like, item that the lever could... that has something... that could have something in it. Escape room Minecraft, yes. I have not picked who is participating yet. I need to have people test it first to make sure I understand what I need and don't before I invite people. You know what remember that conversation I had about, like, developers deciding to invite people before it's actually fully tested and, like, prepared? Yeah, so I don't do that, and I make sure my stuff is tested and is actually working. I'm putting it smart. I don't know. They just have to find a lever. There's no, like... Like, you can... The category of smart in this is, like... I'll tell everyone in advance what is what and to, like, make sure to, like, check stuff. The thing is that I am, like, trying to contemplate right now, right? Is the fact that it's not them just trying to find it, it's also me hunting them down. So, like, that is the part that I need to figure out. It's not so much, like, their ability to find the lever in the dark room with a flashlight. They need space for running, yes. And that's why I made it so big, is so they can run away from me. And, like, try to hide in different, like spots and so on and so forth. Like, my goal isn't to actually kill them in the game, right? Like, my goal, like, if they die, that's on them. My goal is just to stall them. It's entirely just to put fear into them that they can die. It's just to make the paranoia aspect of this escape room. Because, like, is there landmarks? Nerdy, everything is identical to itself. You know if you're in the middle, left, or right hallway based on where the windows are positioned. It's like the back rooms. Everything looks the same. You can get lost sometimes, because literally I went into one room, flew out the other room in spectator, and I got myself lost because I thought I was on the other side of the building. You know, I am going to show a little bit of spoilers for y'all. I'll show, like, a little bit of behind the scenes stuff for y'all, just so y'all can understand what I am talking about. So let me go do this real quick. I need to launch my server. Because I bought a server to run all this on, to make sure it actually functioned. Right. So also I can actually get an opinion from y'all because since I'm using a mod that is made by the same creative Lambda Dynamics. There is this little bit of funkiness because of how I've textured these rooms. When someone's running around, the lighting is kind of glitchy, and I need y'all's like opinion on it real quickly. So okay, cool. Slash game mode spectator. Hold on. Sorry. Again, I was also adjusting the lighting, right? So that's another thing. By the way, this is the building. Hold on, slash time set day. This is just the exterior of the building, right? I've basically turned this escape room into a custom map. It's quite dark, yeah. So the reason why it's dark is because both players are going to have a flashlight, which then they can use to look for stuff. See? Like, that's... It's a prison? No, it's an abandoned hotel. Interior. This is insanity shaders turned up slightly. Right, so basically... Hold on, let me change the music real quick. Let me put some ominous music on real quickly just to make it more spooky. Ambient, dark. Okay, cool. So, right, realistically, I'll see how that needs to... So how this is going to work, and this is spoilers, but it's fine, is I'll put them in here first. First off, they go in here. Basically, in here is just a little tutorial room for them to understand what they have at their disposal. Right. Hold on, let me turn up the... let me actually find a... Dark ambient, thank you. Cool. Alright, so... Basically, right. This also uses Insanity Shaders, the same shader pack that was used in Vampires. That's why I'm using it, because it works really well. So... The trademark give your ideas? A little bit, not really too much, besides like the lighting ideas. But pretty much in the building, players can find bread, health pots, slowness potions, and cobwebs. These are very scattered within the various rooms. There's not a lot, but there's a little bit. This can heal the player. This can slow me down. Allows the player to run away. Allows them to like trap me in a room if they need to get out. So gives them some stuff to also look for. Over here, there are different things that they can hide behind, hide under, so on and so forth. So like, for example, the windows all have red banners over them because glass panes. So in a dark enough space, since I'm not going to have a flashlight, they'll be able to hide behind it and hopefully not get caught by me when I'm running on through. Those are splash potions, yes. There's also this in the bathroom. You can hide behind the shower curtain. In each room, there's a bed. This bed is actually made entirely out of trapdoors and half slugs. I'm using a block that uses more trapdoors, so you can hide under the bed. And then you can look out at the front foot of the bed, and you can see someone walking on by. So on and so forth. Right. Next, These are custom desks, tables from Akaz Furniture. I also learned when building this, you can actually put trapdoors under it, and you can hide under them. So again, now of course, you can stick out slightly depending on where you look from, right? Because your arms do move. But that, and then lastly, there is a tall dresser next to a wardrobe that has armor stands in it, and the reason why there's armor stands is because it allows the player to stay a bit more hidden, but you can close, and you have a little slit on the side right here because it's in a full block, and that's why it's placed next to this wardrobe that you can look out and see through. It's very hard to tell if someone's in there because of the armor stands. Now, of course, some of y'all might be like, asking the question, right? Like, how... If I know all this, will I just check all these rooms? No, because I'm going to play fair, and I'm basically going to go entirely based on line of sight and sound. So if they're quiet enough, or if I don't fully see them, I'm going to let that as a pass and just check it normally as if I was a normal, like, coded program. Because it's not fair if they go hide in here, and even though they don't make anything, I still check all of this, right? Like, I have to be looking for them properly to make sure it's fair, right? Like, that's... That's the whole point, right? So, going from here, they'll then go into here. They won't have the flashlight or anything on them, but this is the room that they will both walk into at the start. It says ring a bell. I also need to add the proper chest in here with the flashlights and such in it. Music playing? No, it'll be entirely silent for them. It's silent for me too. I'll add music in the background when post-production, but it's entirely going to be silent. So it's going to be ring the bell for service. As soon as they ring this bell and I hear the ding, that's when their time starts, because also the lights go off. I accuse them that they can run forwards, and accuse me to start the timer, which also means they have like a minute to get a head start. You then walk in here, and it becomes way more ominous. It's extremely dark, I know. I need to adjust the lighting for viewer compared to what I see on the monitor. But in here is a chest with a flashlight and some bread. And then these will walk into here, walk past these ones. There's 2 more doors. And then you enter into this. This is entirely the same for everything. But the thing is, this flashlight is a little finicky with movement. So you see how it like twitches? I don't know if that's going to be an issue for the viewers. That's the part that I'm kind of worried about, is I don't know if this like flashiness, like if you look down here it's not as bad, but it's like, I don't know if that like fast movement is going to be a problem. Hard on the eyes, yeah. And that's the part that I'm also like, well, if you have the flashlight down here, it's not as bad. It's when it's up top, because you have like this circle movement. It's not bad when you're in a room, because everything is linear, right? I know the thing is, I don't know what this mod does for lighting. That's the issue. The lighting of this is what's causing... Because it's basically refracting off the blocks and making the shadows as it goes. And I can't change that. I can go to Lamb Dynamics and adjust this possibly. Out of the hallway, so well, it doesn't matter if it's... Because it's not so much the items in the hallway, It's just the movement. Like, that's the part that I'm trying to figure out, is because I've tried removing stuff out of the hallway, but it's because the player's running. It's all the texturing when you're in, like, a small area, right? Because, like, hold on, if I go spectator and I fly out over here, you see, this thing has almost nothing in it. And then it starts getting finicky. How far can someone see with some of the flashlight? Well, the thing is, right? Hold on, maybe it's the carpet. Why is it fine? Oh, okay, I see. It's lighting, because like it was like this wouldn't be as bad. See, that's fine. But as soon as we start like walking forwards, it starts breaking itself, and then it corrects itself. Like if it was like this wouldn't be bad. But it's something to do with some weird texturing stuff. You see how like it's smooth and all of a sudden it just starts breaking? Is it the plants? Maybe it's because the plants have, like, maybe because the plants have, like, the... Nope. I don't think it's a chunk-based thing. I'm also just gonna repeat this constantly. Because, like, when we're out here, it's fine. Open space doesn't cause the issue. Because you see, it basically moves it. Well, I'm using Lamb Dynamic. Hold on, entities. All at once. So what's causing... It's as soon as I walk here. Is the trap doors? No, it's just something here is causing this weird, like... You see what I mean? Like, it's... Because it can be way smoother. But all of a sudden it starts flickering on the sides. But... Yeah, I don't know. See, and it stopped. Normal. broken. Yeah, I don't... I think what might be happening, right, is that there is... It's like, if I just have a torch... This is all you get with torchlight. It's nothing... This is just entirely, like... Maybe it's something to do with natural light, because I could do this. Light mod, then there is no other flashlight mod. That is the issue. Oh, actually, hold on. There are other flashlight mods. Hold on. There are other flashlight mods. Yeah, it's in terms of being watchable. I want, though, to see if... Hold on, I'm going to stop my instance real quick. Type in flashlight. And we're going to install these two things. I'm also going to stop the server. I then need to go to these two mods and download them real quickly. Well, I know that's the issue. Is like I looked at it, I'm like, yeah, this is not fun to watch. And so we are going to see if these other mods will be fixed. And this is why I kind of want to chat to like help with this, because then this lets me test properly. No, there was no flashlight. Everything was based off of just lighting. Oh yeah, no, like if I'm putting this much time into this, I'd rather have a flashlight mod that works than one that has like janky texture lighting. But that is just me personally. Alright, server up. I can press play. Hopefully all this works fine in tandem. Because I have... Why did it crash? Why did the... Nope, and also... Oh, I am missing a... What crashed? What caused the crash? Uh-huh. I need something. I'm missing a mod for this. What mod do I need? Also, yeah, Hightail launch is tomorrow. Yeah, sorry about this chat. Did Zabe? No, I already bought. I already bought it beforehand. Failed to start Minecraft. Cannot. Okay, so I am missing. Okay, what if I remove that mod and try the other one first? Delete that one. You hide this one. We then try running it this way. Then we try starting the server this way. And that might just work. Nope, and server also crashed. Okay, so it's because of these two mods that I've added, and so they're missing a component. What is that component? Well, we will figure that out. I really wish something like Modrinth would just be like, hey, it's because you're missing this thing. Here's the thing to fix it. Like, why can't you just tell me what I'm, like, not using right, you know? Okay, so let me see if I type in this. It is, wait, it is installed. Okay, let's try it this time and see if it works in a single player world. Okay, so it's because I had two different flashlight mods. Alright, so I need to, that means, alright. Yes, you go back into the void real quick, chat. Files, mods. That means you need to go in here, and then where are you? What is it? You need to be removed. And then you need to go back. And then I need to get this veil mod and download it. And then throw this mod jar file into the server. And then hopefully it all works. And then that way we can have a good flashlight mod that doesn't break. Surely this is what fixes it. Because if this is a better flashlight mod, lovely. Wonderful. We have no issue. Because like it doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to not have it just needs to be smooth. I just want a semi-smooth thing for first person. Alright, server running. No issues. Okay, I'm in. So this is still this one, not the one that we need now. The one that I installed was this flashlight tool. That doesn't work. Is that because of shaders? Yeah, it's because of shaders. Okay, so we have now an issue where the shader pack is now colliding with it. That also is probably why this is still twitchy. Oh, that's funny. It based off where you're looking at. Yeah. Okay. How do we... Like... Problems galore. Yeah, this is what happens when you do map making and other things, chat. Why do no fog? So it's there. It's just the shader pack is overriding the other pack. Huh. Be a way to help? No, because blindness takes too much, and because like blindness basically makes everything just dark in front of you. This actually gives it some like blindness can't do that. Blindness can't make it to where only a far portion is fine. Hold on, I'm gonna hide game real quick because I don't know if I open this what this will show. Okay, actually this might be fine. So this is basically lighting. It's showing where the lighting's refracting off of. So that's all lighting cell, all right. So basically this is showing right now the light level constantly being changed. So entities. Performance. Why did I do immediate? I want to see if I can actually change the cone size with the slam dynamic stuff right here. I don't know if I can or not, and that's that are using their ohm dynamics. Is that what that is doing? No, it's still that, like, weird... No, it's all the exact same. Like... Why just crank this to 10? What happens? We just added a lot of fog, and that didn't change any of the lighting itself. So the shaders are not causing the problem for this lighting, I should say, at least. No, I want to see if I can fix this first. Because it's not so much, because like I can turn off the shaders. And it still creates that like weird, because like it's clipping the different, there is a refraction setting, I believe. What if I do fast? What happens? That's better. It's not instant, though. It's very, very slow. I wish this was smoother. the See, that's the issue, is what's happening right now is it's trying to, as fast as possible, adjust the lighting. And because of that, you're seeing these harsher lines because it's Minecraft and we're in blocks. Because Minecraft isn't supposed to just have a proper light source. And so I'm really wanting, really hoping special. Yeah, I don't think, unfortunately, there is a way. Which is a little disappointing, because this would have been really nice. It's just, visually, it just is really harsh. Huh. What if I do 32, 32? Yeah, because, like, this is the best lighting that I could find for it. Like, of course, there's that other flashlight mod. But, like, you can see there, it's constantly trying to adapt the light source of everything, because if we... What was it? Show... You can see how it's constantly... Anytime that I move and look around, that's all the different light levels that are being presented. And so when I'm running, you can see how they're constantly, like, changing and increasing and decreasing in such a rapid, like, movement. Look right here. All right, look on this wall right here where this 25 is. As soon as I look away, how fast the light level is decreasing and making it 0, but it's also adjusting the, like, positioning of it. So I wish there was a... a way to just... It's kind of needed. Yeah. There's one more trick. There's one more thing I can try, and that's using a different flashlight mod. So I'm going to go try that real quickly. And we will see if that works or not. You want? I mean, if there's another, like, spooky one, the benefit of Insanity shaders is you're very... it's customizable. Of course, I can always switch to a different pack, right? Like, I'm just wanting to see if needed. And like that's the part that I'm like trying to figure out. All right, so let me try you. This is just a standard flashlight mod called Simple Flashlight. Wait, is that the right one? No, it is. It is. Okay. Mods. Let me. There we go. All right, so while that's loading, let me try. Let's see if this works in single player first. See, because like the other. Oh, and it crashed. Okay, yeah. So for some reason, this is just not also wanting. Wait, it's also using Veil. Hold on. This is also using the Veil one, so I actually need the Veil fabric one installed as well. Okay. Interesting. So let's see, if I just have these two flashlights in the Veil mod, does that work? If not, the only other option is using the previous flashlight mod that we had. What do you mean it's crashing? Okay, yeah, so this flashlight mod just keeps crashing, which means it's not working, which means it doesn't work. Lovely. Hmm. Yeah, no, I have Fabric API. I have Fabric API, I have Cloth API. Like I'm running this normally. Um, like I'm looking at the Because like, there's the whole asset code stuff right here, but I don't want to just take someone's coding. I'm going to try something just to see if it works. I'm on the latest version. No, I am on the latest version. It's just 1.21 to 1.21.1. So there hasn't been another version of this since then. Yeah, I guess I mean, we can I can try throwing it to the latest version of Minecraft. In the sense that it will work. Don't know if it will. We can see. And see if that actually changes anything. Might break stuff. Who knows? We'll find out. The other thing I do is update everything to the latest version. The only downside about that is then I don't get the sound design. But I don't even know if that would actually fix everything. So we will see. We will find out here. Because happy 1 hour chat. Because I have no idea. No idea right now. It definitely is a little bit finicky and tricky to try to get all this to work right away. Okay, so two things can happen. One, it just crashes the game because it's the latest version of the update and it crashes. Or two, it somehow works. Okay, well the server's running. So there's that. That isn't though. Server's running. This isn't. So let's see what happens. We make sacrifices. Yeah, nope, that does not work at all. Okay, so now we come to the other issue, aka mod fabric version doesn't work with the actual version, which now means it just doesn't want to actually run. Because I'm using a more updated version, quote unquote updated version. With the Fabric API, that's not the Fabric API, and so on and so forth, because it's not running, doesn't have the foundation, doesn't work. So we're gonna just run the normal one. We're gonna throw it, the 1.21.5 version worked on the server. So we're just gonna see if this works. Nope. Right, forgot I need that mod installed. Hold on. Or actually, I need that mod removed from the server. Because that was the other mod that I do not need now. Now let's restart. Now let's rerun and see if it throws in there. If not, we just run the other flashlight mod and try to find a different mod pack. The reason why I wanted to use Insanity shaders, though, is because the lighting was so good on that. The actual, like, ambient feel that it made fit so well. Okay. Cool. Right, yeah, okay, so this is the other issue now. Because we are running on an older version of Minecraft, I do not have the proper mod installed correctly. So anytime you try to use the flashlight, it's going to crash the game. Yeah. The only option now is to reload the void feels like time. It basically is. It's to reload the Light the Way mod, reload the Veil mod, and then try to adjust Insanity shaders for it to work. The issue is I don't know if that mod is compatible with Insanity shaders or just with shaders in general. Like Pandair at this point. I mean, I could, but also it's for one project. That's the difference, though. I'm not going to DM a mod and be like, hey, can you do this for me? Or can you look at this for me and explain why it isn't working? Because that's a lot more of their time for a project that I could just use and go a different route for. Because it'd be different if I'm running an SMP. It's not as for one YouTube video. Okay. Light the Way. Veils installed. One more try, chat. If not, I'm gonna then figure this out later and then end stream. Because like I said, we're doing a short stream today. And I'm not gonna stay in stream trying to troubleshoot all of this for stream. I at least wanted to stream today. So we will now be adjusting insanity shaders. Because that is the only way of figuring this out. Besides changing insanity shaders. So that's there. I turn insanity shaders off. And now we have this here. It's basically just a light source. It's a directional based light source where someone is looking at. We just need to figure out how to adjust the lighting to make it better. So nighttime darkness. If I just turn this up, what it's going to look like. Yeah, okay. So I think what's happening is anytime shaders are on, this mod has no idea how to actually incorporate the lighting that it's coded in into the mod itself. Because it's trying to take whatever lighting and insanity shaders are basically being like, no. And not allowing it to work with us, unfortunately. So the other thing I could do is Minecraft shaders. We have one other option, chat. And that's installing different spooky shaders. And seeing what happens. So we're going to try to figure this out here. Hold on. Okay. Not doing that. That's the one we don't need. Let me see. There's an iris shader that gives you a flashlight. Maybe that can work with insanity shaders. I don't think that's how that works, but we'll find out. Okay, I have like a few shaders installed now. We're gonna see which ones. I have one, two, I have three in shaders installed. We're gonna just go shader by shader and figure this out. And see, maybe this might work. I don't think it will, but we'll find out. All right, let's figure this out, chat. All right. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm gonna disconnect real quick. I'm gonna stop the server, cause just in case, right? I'm going to, because if it is a server, if it is a shader thing, and we can adjust that with Illuminate, I want to see if the Lamb dynamic shader still works, just in case it still does. Because you never know. And if I can just do it that way, with like using a different shader, wonderful. Okay, cool. Restart the server. Reload into Minecraft. And we can maybe this, because like, possibly it works. And the server did not crash. So that's good. That's a good thing. Because see, like this works. I wish this just had smooth edges. If this just had smooth edges and like just wasn't trying to update every little texture that there is, it would be great. But like it's just okay. So first one, we're gonna try. We're just gonna try the flashlight shader pack just to see what happens. This is just a shader. It doesn't actually create the actual effect. It's just a shader pack. See, I wish something like this could be used. It's just a shader pack. Okay, so that's what that does. Because I wish this could be like shown properly. All right. We also have this one, which is what we're hoping for works. All right, let's do Cursed Fog. This is just fog. Oh. This is just more of a horror movie. Got it. Okay. This is just full psychopathic behavior. Yeah, and it like, okay, cool. So we don't want that. Also, flashlight again. I think any shader pack, this thing just breaks. Alright, last one is just hysteria shaders. Yeah, so it's literally like any shader pack just does not work with this flashlight. Like, I really wish. Because, like, on big, like, that's fine. It's just when you're in close corridor buildings, it... Like, why can't it just be this? Like, I don't understand why the game is having such a hard time trying to, like, just light up an area. I don't know why it's trying to, like, do all that. You know what I mean? So here's the thing, right? I'm gonna have to copy and paste this, make a whole new instance, save the blueprint of this build, and then transfer this blueprint over into Axiom to then fix it. Because right now, yeah, I like, again, I could fully use a, also I've messed up with the shading on this. Like, because, like, right, like, I can go candle, and I can do this, right? Like, I can have a torch, I can do whatever. But I want the feeling of holding a flashlight with direction, because you can run with this, and, like, it's fine. The difference, though, is when you're in... that's the difference. There's a directional lighting to where this is just around the entirety of the person. This shows you how much light you get. Because this, compared to this feels way more spooky and immersive versus just, oh, I can see everything around me now. Right? Like, if someone's hiding under a bed and they have the flashlight, you can see how it fits. Like, if someone's hiding behind a wardrobe and has the flashlight on, hold on, it's coming out of that small little cracks right there, and it's lighting up this entire portion. That just does this. That, like, it doesn't give the same feeling. See? So, of course, I can try to ask someone who knows coding how to smoothen out that, and I might just do that. Because I want to use this. I want to use this flashlight. It doesn't need to have constant updating. It just needs to have it to where, like, the light beam is a diagonal. That's all it does. That's all it does. Because it works. It works out here. It works perfectly fine out here. And it even works fine in here for now. Like, why can't it just be this smooth, just point? But then it gets to a point where it just starts flickering. And I'm wondering... if it's because of the ground. No, it's not because of the ground. And then it, like, corrects itself. There's a whole companies that mod Minecraft. Yes, because then they understand how this works. So there's something to do with the end of the light bouncing back on itself. And that's what's causing these weird, like... weird patterns. I'm not sure. I really don't know. It's like a very weird spiral, but when we're over here, it's normal. It has a light effect, it's perfectly fine. And so that's why I'm a little confused, because, like, if it was just this, and it was just perfectly straight, this wouldn't be bad. It's when everything starts to flicker. But if it was just that right there, how this is just constantly, like, roughly in the same movement, and you turn over here and it adjusts itself, and you turn over here and adjust itself, that's fine. It's just when things start to flicker, and then you try looking over to different spots, and it's really forcing itself to try to light up what it's looking at. It's very much like water reflections, yeah, which maybe it's because of this, the water sensitivity check, and that's what's causing it. I have not specifically tried GitHub. I've looked at Modrinth itself. I can try GitHub to see. We'll just have to figure it out. But for now, chat, we're going to call it there for today, because I did say it was to be a shorter stream. It's an escape room. Yeah, it is an escape room. It's entirely just a mini game escape room that I'm trying to fix. And right now, we just need to have this flashlight mod work. So, yes, unfortunately, short stream today. Reference missed. Oh, I know reference missed. Don't worry, I had no idea what you were talking about, Dally. I'll try figuring this out because I want to use Lamb Dynamics with this because Lamb Dynamics also works with flashback, which is why I'm wanting to use this specifically because the lighting effects work with, like, look. Hold on, I'm just gonna do something real quickly just to show y'all. If I like start recording and like say someone's running down this hallway, right? And then I just finish recording. We're just gonna put this as test for now. If I pull this up, don't show again, close. That's just lighting up entity points, but there should, yeah. It fully works with the, let me go right up of you. Like, if I want to add just a key point there, and then we're just going to, actually, hold on, we will do this differently. We'll start here, go here, and then end key point here. And we'll just do that, and then we'll drag this across for the 7 seconds that it is, right? Look, just a... that's all I'm wanting it to do, is just adjust the lighting. Now that's just a bug, but this is what I'm trying to follow through, is like this little movement that it creates, and just follow that pacing for it. So I need to figure out how to fix this. Also, there's this weird little thing right now I'm just noticing where it's like every point that the camera freezes, it lights up everything again. So a lot of different things I need to adjust and like figure out, but that'll be for next time. Until then, chat, I'll see what I can do with that flashlight. Maybe try to find a flashlight that works with insanity shaders. Yeah. But until then, chat, hope you all had a wonderful time. Thank you for all stopping on by for this short little stream. It's been fun. We are going to raid into someone. I'm gonna call it there for today. All right, so who we're gonna raid into? Let us see. You know what? We're gonna raid into 4C. Because 4C is live with his subathon. So / raid into 4C. Channel has followers in subscriber only mode chat on, but of course you should be following 4C anyways. Thank you all again, chat. You all been awesome, amazing, and wonderful. And I will see you all tomorrow for a super early stream, which will be super fun and super special. But until then, chat, I will see you all later. And remember, as always, abolish your regret, and I will see you all next time. Bye, chat.